Okay. So today is the 29th of June 2021, and it's been a while since I've uploaded here. Well, over a year, actually. The past 12 months have definitely been a challenging and transformative period of my life, and I'm sure I'm not alone in that experience given everything that has happened in the world. Even though I haven't filmed much for the channel over the past year, this has been the first year I have, with relative consistency, filmed a weekly video journal. So given it's my 24th birthday tomorrow, and I found myself in a position where I'm able to create again, I thought I'd share with you guys what I've learned and just review what it was for me to be 23. So to start, this is me now. This is my face and what I look like most days. These are my eyes. And this is my current haircut. And I also got braces for the second time in my life. My 23rd year started optimistically with me appropriately dubbing it my Jordan year on Instagram. At this time, I was still living in Wollongong, attending university, and I'm proud to announce after what has been a challenging 5-year journey, that this was the year that I finally graduated. It is currently Friday the 13th of November 2020. Everything is a mess. There's shit everywhere because I have done next to nothing apart from this thesis. I've literally been awake for like 36 hours. I didn't sleep last night. I probably woke up at 8 a.m. yesterday morning, and then I have not slept since. And so here we are. And 3, 2, 1. There it is. I'm done, I guess. I completed my thesis. Though I'm very proud of this achievement, ironically, I'm probably more unsure about the direction of my career now than ever before. With hindsight, I realized how much purpose and direction being a student provided my life. Having the end goal of graduation and the structure of my classes made waking up in the morning and knowing what I was working towards really easy. I found finding that same level of purpose and direction has been difficult in the professional world. I think I feel this way because all of my precious time is now going into achieving someone else's goals, as in like the goals of the company that I'm working for, and my own goals. And I think the things that bring my life genuine purpose are beginning to feel a little more left behind. Sometimes I do question whether this is a selfish perspective to have. Maybe it's just I don't like this specific job that I have, or maybe engineering is more of a profession, less of a passion for me. I feel at 23 that there is like this pressure, whether it's self-imposed or not, where I feel I should be old enough and at a stage where I have figured out the exact career that I want to pursue. Like I just spent 5 years at university. You think I should have a strong idea of the career that I want going forward. However, I have noticed that trying to pressure myself into finding an exact answer for this question has just led me to unintentionally beating myself up, which has been really unhelpful, and it has just sent me down a bit of a negative spiral. I'm sick of waking up and facing the same person in the mirror because I just don't want to be this person anymore. I just want the nightmare to end. I'm just so sick of living right now. I don't know how much I'm learning or growing. I'm just in pain all the time. I'm just in pain and thinking about shit all the time. So I have kind of just tried to give myself some space to try and figure this one out, and just hope that whatever it is, whatever I end up going into, involves less clock watching and involves more creativity within the company of others who inspire me. Although my career does currently feel a little underwhelming, I still do have a deep love and passion for all things design related, particularly regarding interiors, graphics, and of course, fashion. A couple of my favourite fashion related items that I've acquired throughout this year would definitely have to be my chalk Rick Owens Ramones, this vintage Texas Rangers tee from 1993, I think it's sick, and of course my thrashed Carhartt Detroit jacket. Now, this was the first year that I'd actually ever lived completely on my own, which of all the years probably wasn't the best of timing. Living alone and studying at home through the isolation of the pandemic definitely forced me to spend a lot more time in self-reflection than ever before. Because, when I say don't think about something, all of a sudden I'm thinking about it, and then I'm like, why am I still thinking about it? Stuck in this loop of thinking, don't think about it, which is making me think about it. And then when I think about it, I think, don't think about it. Though I've always been someone who finds great comfort in my own solitude and in having my own space, I feel like this period definitely forced me to acknowledge the fear that I have of being alone. Not just in the sense of like being physically on my own, but more so in the sense of not feeling truly understood by those around me. As much as I've been blessed to have such a supportive family and great friends through both college and high school, I feel like this was the year that I first noticed that myself and those around me are no longer on like the same or a similar path. As people graduated and moved away, I guess shared experiences and life commonalities become less frequent and relationships begin to feel a little more distant. And I guess that's just how things are as people go off in their own direction. With hindsight, I've come to realize and accept that this is just a part of this phase of life. Everyone's really just trying to find their feet and some form of direction, and I understand that that doesn't always mean it's going to line up with myself or I'm not going to line up with others. To further confront this fear of being alone that I've learnt that I have, after graduating I ended up moving up here to the Gold Coast. This is a place where I knew no one, and I moved into a house I hadn't seen with people I hadn't met. Though this has been challenging, I feel through this experience I've become a lot more sure of who I am, what my values are, and what I'm actually capable of when I step out of my comfort zone on my own. And I don't think I would have learned all these things about myself if I hadn't worked through this uncomfortable and uncertain period of my life. Oh. Since stepping out into the world after graduating from university, I've become a lot more aware that this is the first time in my life that there's really no longer necessarily a path to follow. It's now completely up to me regarding where I want to take the direction of my life, which is both incredibly freeing and also completely overwhelming. I feel like there's a lot of these big life goals and big ideas that I have in my head that are on the to-do list that I kind of always previously met with the idea of like, you know what, yeah, I'll just figure that one out after college. But now it is after college and I'm like, fuck. I realize like now is the time where these things that I have on the to-do list are meant to happen if they are ever going to happen. And as I mentioned before, with everyone going down their own paths, I feel this has really influenced my own comparison mindset and comparing myself and my own situation to what others have also achieved at the same stage. So what is up? I am back in beautiful 4K 25p. I want nothing more than to be that right now. I just want to win. I just want to be that strong person who isn't put off by emotions and is able to make decisions and is able to, take life in their own hands and then make it the way that they want it because they know they can, rather than the person at the moment who I feel like I'm kind of sitting around and I just am not the person that I want to be. I know it's kind of difficult because you kind of are always that person, and I just want, there's so much I want to change. I know there's people my age who earn more than me. I know there's people my age who have built or own their own house. There's those who run or have built companies, and there's also those who play professional sports. There's people my age who have traveled the planet and experienced the world, and there's those who are married or engaged, and some already have children. Now, the majority of those things I just listed, except for maybe professional sports, we'll have to let that one go. I do want to achieve for my own life. I want to be able to get there at some point. But I guess through many negative emotional spirals, I have also learned that comparison is truly the thief of joy in this situation. No matter how much I look at and compare myself to the success of others who are either the same age as me or in a similar stage of life to me, it really hasn't helped me improve my own life in the slightest. If anything, it's just led me to beating myself up for not, being productive enough or not doing enough, which has just been really unnecessary. In all honesty, with a bit of self-reflection, I've realized that I'm not even at a stage along my own path where I'd even be ready for a lot of those things I previously mentioned to happen yet. Designing and building my own house and owning a property is definitely, something I look forward to hopefully achieving one day. But if given that opportunity tomorrow, I wouldn't even know where I'd want to build that house yet. I can't wait to be able to travel again, but with the current situation with COVID and international travel, I realize that that isn't my fault, and it's personally not up to me to solve either. So I'm happy to be patient and wait for that one to open up again. And to me, being a husband and a father would be such a blessing and a privilege, but I also don't think I have found the right person to share that journey with yet. At the end of the day, I guess I've realized that I'm on my own path. All I can do is set my intention, focus on the process, and try and enjoy the present moment. Also, where is the fun in achieving all these things so early in your life? You know, you want to have something to be able to look forward to. So through spending the past couple of weeks reviewing all of my video journals of the past year, I realized that many of them aren't really sharing too many life-changing insights. Many of them are just me discussing the small day-to-day problems and circumstances from that current period that really are what make up the majority of our lives. Even when that is the case, I found the process of recording the video journal each week to be really fulfilling. It's reminded me of how far I've come, and even though a lot has changed, some things have still stayed the same. And it's made me have a much greater appreciation for the things I've been able to achieve and the things I've been able to overcome at 23. At the end of the day, even though it has been a pretty tough year, to say the least, I am really grateful for all the lessons I've learned through being 23. And I guess I just want anyone who's watching this, whether you are 23 or you're about to turn 23, I just want you to realize that it's completely okay to not have everything figured out at this age. And honestly, I don't think anyone at this age does have it all figured out. We're all on different paths and we're all in different situations, but I don't think anyone should have all the answers at 23. So don't be so hard on yourself. But yeah, now I look forward to what 24 has in store, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you guys for watching.